Hello, my name is Kirill. I'm a sales consultant with Smail Ford. Today, we're going to take some time to talk about the 2018 Ford Escape Titanium. So before we take off, just want to go over a couple exterior features of the Ford Escape. So the Titanium, you get the standard LED daytime running lights, as well as HID projector headlamps, as well as fog lights on the bottom. You also get down here forward sensors to make sure that you don't hit anything in parking lots or tight spaces. As you come around the side, you'll notice the really nice 10-spoke wheels that are exclusive to the titanium trim level of the Escape. And then a feature of all Ford products, but still pretty cool, a capless gas tank. So you don't have to worry about leaving it open, screwing it, unscrewing it, the works. You open it up and you're good to go. And in the back, you'll notice a nice chrome finished dual exhaust. And one really cool thing about a lot of Ford SUVs is the hands-free tailgate. So you just leave your foot under there for about a second or two, and then when you pull it back out, tailgate opens automatically for you. And then to close it, you can either use the same foot activation or just simply click a button up here. And of course, in the back, you have the same sensor system that you do in the front. So you have actually a 360-degree sensor system to make sure you don't, hit any bumps or nick anything. Gives you good awareness of your surroundings. Well, other than that, it's kind of cold out here, so let's jump inside and take it for a ride. So a couple of things that set the titanium trim level apart. First of all, you have the option of the available heated steering wheel. On top of that, you have a 360-degree array of proximity sensors, which we covered on the outside walk around. And you have a self-parking feature, so the Escape can actually park itself in a parallel or perpendicular spot, and you can even pull itself out of that spot if you don't feel comfortable, driving your vehicle out of a parallel parking spot. So those are a couple cool things there. And then pretty much every new 2018 Ford has engine start-stop technology. So it's something that comes on automatically when you turn the vehicle on, but if you want to turn it off, it's as easy as the hit of a button right there. And then you don't have to worry about your engine turning off while you're sitting at a red light. Now, I will say that after about a week or two of using it, you don't really notice that system anymore, and it does, save you a couple miles per gallon at the end of the day. So if it's something you can get used to, it's definitely worth it. And then another feature I wanted to point out was the 3-way memory seating. So you can have up to 3 different drivers save their seat presets, and then with a push of a button, just get in there, hit whichever button corresponds to your seat, and you'll be back in the position that you feel most comfortable in. Then another thing is with the titanium, you get the standard upgraded Sony sound system. So you get 10 speaker Sony audio system, you get a built-in amplifier, and the whole system just sounds really, really good. You get a standard push button start with the titanium. Other than that, let's go ahead and get it on the road and show off some of the other features that the titanium Escape has to offer. So as we drive along, just go over a couple of the other things that's unique to the titanium Escape versus an SEL or just an SE. With the titanium Escape, you get a standard push button start on the key fob, and you also get Sync Connect, which what Sync Connect is it basically allows you to connect your phone to the car, and via an app you can do things like remote start the vehicle, lock or unlock your doors, check your vehicle diagnostics so you can see your fuel levels, your oil change levels, pretty much any information about the vehicle that you would ever need to see, you can see on your phone. So that's a pretty cool thing. And then you also have the availability of contacting roadside assistance from that app as well, which is something that you have for the duration of your powertrain warranty. So 5 years, 60,000 miles, your powertrain warranty, and you have roadside assistance for that duration as well. And then you have a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty that covers pretty much the entire vehicle. Other than that, 5-star crash test safety rating all around. Yeah, you actually get pretty decent fuel economy in a turbocharged 4-wheel drive vehicle. You get 23 miles per gallon on average between city and highway. And that's, considering that you have the upgraded 2-liter EcoBoost motor in this, that's pretty decent. And that's another thing that's, you know, a little different with the titanium is the bigger 2-liter EcoBoost motor comes standard. Even though it is an option in the lower trim levels, they all come standard with a 1.5 EcoBoost rather than a 2-liter. So with the titanium, you do get Sync 3 standard, which some of the other ones is an optional feature. Cool thing about having Sync 3 standard is even if you don't have navigation, which this Escape does, if you have an Apple iPhone or any Android device that's compatible, it does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto capability. So even if you don't have the navigation system, you can plug your phone, sync it right in, and use either the Google Maps or the Apple Maps that you have on your phone without having to pay the extra for navigation. So that's pretty cool. And this Escape also has the optional panoramic sunroof. So not just a standard little tiny hole in the roof, but pretty much the entire roof is a giant twin pane of glass. So if you have people that ride in the back seat or kids, they will definitely love that feature. It's very captivating. So now we're going to demonstrate the self-parking feature of the titanium Escape. So what you do is as you're rolling through a parking lot, you hit the self-park button down here, and you'll have a screen that comes up that lets you actually pick different kinds of spots. So you can pick a parallel parking spot, a perpendicular parking spot, or to have it pull out of a spot. So we're going to do a regular or perpendicular parking spot, excuse me. So I'm going to coast along and let the Escape search for a parking spot on the right side. Now you can look for parking spots on the left side. You just have to turn your left turn signal on as you scan for spots. It's going to scan for a parking spot, which it has now found, and says drive forward. So you drive forward a little bit, and then it'll tell you to stop. And then it'll prompt you to put the car into reverse and let go of the steering wheel. Now you are responsible for the brake and the throttle control, so you can let it idle in reverse and you'll be okay. But the brakes, that's all on you. So we want to start slowly backing up, and the wheel's going to start turning on its own. Now I am controlling the gas, making it go a little faster, just because I don't want to wait for it to idle. Now it says stop, shift to drive, and that's just because it's obviously not even, so it's going to correct itself. So it's going to pull forward a little bit. And then it says stop, shift it back to reverse. And now I'm just going to let it coast back into its spot that it finds for us. And there we are, we got a nice checkered flag. So that's the self-parking feature of the Escape. It's available on the titanium. It's not a standard feature of the titanium, but it is an option that's pretty cool to have, especially if you work in a city somewhere a lot of parallel parking. It just takes that stress of backing your car up while you're in traffic kind of out of the equation. It makes it a lot easier to do. So that was our ride along in the new 2018 Ford Escape Titanium. Hope you guys had as much fun as I did. If you have any questions, come visit us right off of Route 30 in Greensburg or online at smailford.com.